Hello, Diana. It's Ish. So, I want to do an audio of a timeline of events. So, that led up to my whole, my whole letter of, what I'm going to call the letter, what am I going to call the letter? I don't know. Anyhow, I sent the letter to you. So, timeline of events. Last summer, I was working quite a bit in Los Angeles, and so one night, I had a dream, of course, and then apparently what looked like you popped in my head. Boom. Okay. So I acted upon that. I looked you up again, and you accepted my friend request over the summer of last year, I believe. Anyhow. And then I got a message. Something was going on. I don't know. It's none of my business really, but something was going on. And as a friend, as the nice guy, I always encourage happy endings, right? Because I'm a nice son of a bitch. And I thought nothing of it. Felt bad. Felt concerned. But other than that, I just said, well, I'm sure she's all right. So I let a lot of things, I just let it go, and it was just good to hear from you, really. Essentially, it was good to hear something from you. And so then a few months went by. I think we had some exchanges for Christmas. I really don't know. February, I know I sent you a pretty lengthy letter of what happened to me at a Subway where a guy paid for my meal, which I thought was just a very... nice, super nice and warm gesture, because I had went walking there, didn't bring my debit card, blah 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 blah. I had $5 and it was like $7, and the guy actually paid for it. So I was like, wow, that was really nice. Sent you a letter, he sent me something back, and that was real nice, great. And then I really didn't hear anything from you, and I didn't really, make an attempt to reach out to you. Whenever I've connected with you, I've always remembered your birthday. It's just something, I love numbers. I don't like math, but I like certain numbers. And if I can remember certain numbers, I like that. Your birthday I remembered. It was very easy to remember because it's tax day for us in America. April 15th is when you pay the IRS. So I wish you a happy birthday right around that time. And that was it. I was happy you're doing well, and, it's great. Approximately 2 weeks later, I get a friend request from Michael. Now, Michael was a guy that, I've left a lot of people in the rearview mirror. Only a handful of people do I try and stay in touch with. That's yourself, Alex, a couple other people. But, I really have moved on as well. And I think it's a good thing, because it really helped me to grow when I let go of things. It's amazing how much you grow. Just haven't let go of you. I have to an extent, don't get me wrong. Don't flatter yourself, Diane. I'm not trying to flex your ego here. Anyhow, so Mike, I reconnect with him, and I hadn't spoken to him in just ages. I mean, just ages. So he's telling me some things, how he's doing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, really good to hear, man. And then he surprises me with, like, news out of left field. What the hell? I don't know what's going on. So he says, yeah, and I reconnected with Anastasia. I went, son of a bitch. He reconnected. And he shows me a photo, and then I was like, wow. And then he goes a step further and says, oh, and by the way, I went to Moscow for a whole month. Then I really got mad. Well, happy for him, but in the back of my head, I'm going, son of a bitch. I never got anything close to that. And to say if I was envious, sure, I'm not jealous, really, but envious, yeah, I guess, because it would have been nice to reconnect with you years ago, and God knows I made a lot of attempts. I lost track of you at times. I stayed on top or on track at times. Either way, you know, I tried making it happen. You always shot it down. And I thought, oh, all right, okay, fine. So he tells me that. And then I say, well, damn, wouldn't it be nice if I went finally to visit, went to Sweden to finally visit Diana? And he says, well, hey, man, I'll go with you. And Mike is the type of guy that sometimes will talk shit. I mean, I remember Mike. He sometimes will, he means well, but you don't know if he's going to follow through. Got it. Okay. So I said, all right, cool. So I ran with it. I figured, well, maybe Mike is really sincere, and I'm going to run with this. I said to him, well, let's try with Anastasia, too, and then all of us can meet, and wouldn't that be amazing, right? Wouldn't that be fantastic if we all four got together? So then I believe I contacted Anastasia, and she was good with the idea. And then I contacted yourself. And you were not good with the idea once again. Damn it. So, being the good, poor little ish that I am, I am a poor little ish. I said, okay, Diana, sure, whatever you say. I was actually driving, and when I'm driving, I'm not in the best moods. I'm not a nice man on the road. I actually want to hurt people on the road. Not on purpose, but I feel they're trying to hurt me. So I drive a bit more aggressively. So I was having lunch. I had a big drive that day. I remember I had a big drive, and I thought to myself, there's just no way. After I sent you that message saying, okay, Diana, no problem. I'm a very, understanding individual. Sure, right. So then I said, wait a second. As I got back in the car, getting ready to drive, because I just had lunch, I said, no, I can't just take this lying down. I know it's never a good time. It'll never be a good time. In fact, it's not even a good time for me, to be honest with you. But damn it, I'm going to make time. So I started to challenge your request of me respecting your wishes once again. And then I said, no, I'm not. I think I should have this one. Just one time, So then I started, bugging you, begging, all that other stuff that I normally do. It's something I've done for years. Don't know why, but I do it anyway. So, and then one morning I woke up to one of your messages that you were consenting. I thought, what the hell? Are you sure? Am I dreaming? Is this another dream? Diana's consenting? This can't be real. Someone has hacked her account. So as soon as I found that out, that you had given me the green light, I went ahead and I contacted, I think I contacted Mike first, and then Mike was on board, and I contacted Anastasia, and she was okay. And then we started talking about dates and all this stuff. So then Mike wants to go to this high school reunion. I really don't care for it. I know I made a video. It was just to be nice to whoever wanted to see it. Just to show I'm alive. That's basically it. My high school was you guys. Essentially, I hated maybe 80% of it. My sophomore year, wonderful. Senior year, time of my life, because I met you. And I met a lot of other people too. The Spaniard guy, Ebon. I miss that guy. I do remember that son of a bitch. Oh boy. And of course Thomas. And I appreciate you giving me his profile page. That was real nice of you. And I am, God willing, going to see him. So I'm going to kiss him. I'm gonna kiss him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reach around real quick. And he's going to be caught off guard, and I'm going to plant one on him. I'm going to plant a big fat one right on Thomas. No, he's going to like it. No. Anyhow, so then we start talking about dates. And all of a sudden, Mike wants to get more in depth with his trip to Moscow. I don't know why, but you think I'm intense? He's intense. And I know he went to the military. I know he saw a lot of action. He saw a lot of shit, just like my father did when he went to war. War is not good. I understand it. But he told me some stuff, and he's a very sensitive guy, too. I mean, he is kind of on edge. A little bit on edge. I'm not judging. I'm just stating an observation. Okay. Um, so he told me it went a little bit deeper with Anastasia, and I went, "What do you mean, Mike?" And he said, "Well, we got to talking. In the month in Moscow, he was with her. It wasn't like he was at an Airbnb. He was in her home or wherever she's at." I said, "Oh, okay. You didn't tell me that, Mike." And he's like, "Yeah, so things, things got creative, and these things happened." And I said, "I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. It's awful to hear that." And honestly, we still could have went ahead, because I didn't tell Anastasia nothing. You're the only person I told because you deserve to know I felt. It's not gossip. It's none of that. It's basically information that I think was necessary to pass along. As I do not like to gossip, but I felt this was a necessary, valuable piece of information, vital piece of information, really. And at that point, I said, "Mike, I don't think this would work." I actually killed it, believe it or not. I don't know why the hell I did it, but I did because I did not want any uneasiness if him and Anastasia hadn't patched things out yet. And I said, they have to come together, I think, by themselves, if they ever want to. Who knows? That's their business. But if they ever want to, I think they need to do some sort of searching together if it gets to that point, and then maybe we can all meet up. And so I basically told Anastasia, after I told you this story, I told Anastasia it was just a conflict of schedule, a scheduling conflict. We just couldn't do it. And to an extent, that's not lying to her. It is true. I didn't want to keep pushing it longer and longer and longer. Oh my gosh. Here we are, October or something. So I just said, no, we're going to shoot for maybe sometime, maybe in the future, And she agreed with that. She was real nice about it. And once again, this is all messaging. I haven't spoken to her, in an actual voice conversation. God knows how many years, probably since high school. So, then we just squashed it right then and there. And then I didn't feel good, though, really doing it, because I felt, well, this is kind of, I feel kind of robbed again. I really did. I really felt robbed once again. And this time, I'm an older man. I mean, I have the tools and the resources and the faculties to make things happen to an extent. Whereas when I was, poor little-ish, back in high school, I could barely, wipe my nose, So, I want to get shit done. I want to be able to, have a goal, have a timeline, reach that goal, do the things I need to get to that goal. And just, take the steps necessary to get to that goal. So essentially, I said, I think I befriended Thomas, I sent him a request, he friended me, I messaged you saying that he had requested, or he had accepted my request. But when all this fell through with Mike, Anastasia, and everything like that, I thought to myself, well, what about Thomas? I mean, we could all meet up at least with Thomas, and there's no, what the hell am I going to do? I'm not this crazy son of a bitch that's going to try and throw you over a table, Diana. Come on. I mean, jeez. We're in a public setting. It'll remain a public setting. I mean, So, I'm going to have to do a part 2 of this video, because this video is going to come to an end. It gets really juicy in the second video, Diana. I suggest you stay tuned. You better stay tuned. You have to stay tuned. If you don't stay tuned and you click out of this video, I've already written a virus that'll wipe out your whole hard drive, and you'll really have a really bad rest of your year. I'm telling you, it is just going to suck.